In a bid to attract skilled workers, foreign investors, students and foreigners to her province, Nova Scotia, a province on Canada's east coast by the Atlantic Ocean, has numerous provincial nomination programs designed to attract and retain newcomers who will be able to fill gaps in the workforce and contribute meaningfully to local economies and communities. Whether it is your first time on our channel or you are a returning viewer, welcome to another amazing episode on Canada Migrates. Please do well to subscribe to our channel, especially if you haven't, by clicking on the subscribe button below and the notification icon to be notified every time we upload a new video. At the end of this video, you must have known all that there is to know about Nova Scotia Provincial Nominee Programs, her various immigration streams, alongside their eligibility requirements, and how to apply for each of the immigration streams. Currently, the province of Nova Scotia operates several immigration streams, including 1. Nova Scotia Demand Express Entry, 2. Nova Scotia Experience Express Entry, 3. Nova Scotia Skilled Worker, 4. Nova Scotia Physicians, 5. Nova Scotia Entrepreneur, and 6. Nova Scotia International Graduate Entrepreneur. Permit me to start off by saying that if you haven't eaten lobster in Nova Scotia, then you haven't really eaten lobster, as this province is specifically known for this. In fact, statistics show that 50,000 tons of lobster are hauled out of Nova Scotia water bodies annually. Enough of lobster, let's get to the business of the day. Under the Nova Scotia Nominee Program, candidates will qualify under one of the following categories, as I mentioned earlier. They are 1. Nova Scotia Demand Express Entry. This stream is aimed at attracting highly skilled foreigners who are willing to relocate to Canada, live and work in the province of Nova Scotia, and contribute to Nova Scotia's economy. There are two application routes to this immigration stream. You can either apply directly to the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration (NSOI), or your application may be selected from the Express Entry Pool by NSOI. In both cases, applicants are required to create an Express Entry profile on Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada's online, and also submit a complete application to the NSOI. What are the eligibility requirements for this stream? 1. Candidates are required to meet the minimum language proficiency threshold. Currently, Canadian language benchmark is 7 in all 4 language components: reading, writing, listening, and speaking, in either English or French, demonstrated by language test results from a designated agency. 2. Applicants must have at least 1 year of full-time or part-time equivalent paid work experience in the last 10 years in an NOC Skill Type 0, Skill Type A or B occupation. 3. Candidates must have a foreign diploma, certificate or credential, and its educational credential equivalency assessment by a designated body or a Canadian educational credential. Eligibility requirements for employers include: 1. The employer must be compliant with all applicable laws and regulations. 2. The business must have a permanent establishment in Nova Scotia. 3. The business must have been in operation in Nova Scotia under current management for at least 2 years. 4. The job must have a compensation package that meets provincial employment standards and prevailing wage rates. 5. The job must be NOC Skill Type 0, Skill Level A or B. You will be selected based on the following criteria: 1. Education, 2. Language proficiency, English or French, 3. Work experience, 4. Age, 5. Arranged employment in Nova Scotia, 6. Adaptability. For application to be deemed qualified, the applicant must score a minimum of 67 points, which is the pass mark. 2. Nova Scotia Experience Express Entry. Nova Scotia Experience provides a pathway to permanent residence for highly skilled applicants who have worked for a Nova Scotia employer for at least 1 year. Just like the Nova Scotia Demand, there are 2 application routes to Nova Scotia Experience. 1. Candidates may either apply directly to the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration, or 2. They may be selected from the Express Entry Pool by the NSOI. In both cases, applicants are required to create Express Entry profile on Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada online Express Entry system and submit a complete application to the NSOI. 3. Nova Scotia Skilled Worker. This stream enables Nova Scotia employers to recruit foreign workers and recently graduated international students whose skills are needed in Nova Scotia. If a skilled worker receives a job offer from a Nova Scotia employer, they may be able to submit an application through this stream in order to facilitate their immigration process. 4. Nova Scotia Physicians. These streams enable Nova Scotia to nominate individuals with a valid job offer from a Nova Scotia health organization. It is designed to help public health organizations in the province address critical labor needs. 5. Nova Scotia Entrepreneur. The Nova Scotia Entrepreneur Stream targets experienced business owners or senior business managers who are willing to invest in the Nova Scotia business which they will manage. In order to qualify, applicants must have a significant net worth and be willing to use their business management experience to start a new business or purchase an existing business in Nova Scotia. After operating their Nova Scotia business for 1 year, applicants will be nominated for permanent resident status. 6. Nova Scotia International Graduate Entrepreneur. This stream targets recent graduates of Nova Scotia universities and colleges who have started or bought a Nova Scotia business and operated it for at least 1 year. If an applicant meets these requirements and intends to settle in Nova Scotia permanently, they may qualify for a provincial nomination through this stream. As I conclude, Nova Scotia is not just an economic hub for business, it is a beautiful place to live and earn a living. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you haven't, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. Don't forget to turn on the notification icon so as to be alerted anytime we publish a new video. I hope this video answers your questions. Please feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Thanks for watching and bye for now.